Hello and welcome. I'm Trish Rock, your catalyst for transformation. Now, did you know you could change your life in 6 months? It's an interesting thing, isn't it? When we see something in our life or when we are looking at our life and we're like, I just don't like it, or there's this that I don't like, or, my life sucks. I need to change my life. And we don't feel that it can happen quickly. We kind of, like, oh, well, yeah, I really want things to change, but, I haven't got 5 or 3 years to do it in, if it's going to take that long, I just not going to bother, right? But it's also, you tend to accomplish things in the time limits that you give yourself too. So I know when I was at school, I'd have weeks, sometimes a month, to do an assignment, right? And I just would think I had all the time in the world. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. And it would be the night before that I would get it done. And I got it done in the time limit, right? If there wasn't a time limit, I wouldn't have done it. And I feel if we can, bring that into our everyday life as well, and those things in life that we want to transform and change, you give yourself a little bit of a time limit, you're more likely to take the action to move forward with it. So today I want to ask you, if you could change something in your life over the next 6 months, what would it be? If you could really vision your life in 6 months' time, what are the changes that would be taking place? Let me know in the comments. What would you change if you could? If you came back here in 6 months' time, what changes would have happened in your life if you could make them? And I think that's the first thing, is the clarity. And I work with people on this and really help them with the clarity, because sometimes it can be overwhelming. And this is where I was 10 years ago. I knew I didn't like my life, but I kind of bundled it all up into one big pile, right? And it's like, well, I don't like anything, right? I just don't like any of my life. And the truth of the matter was that there were many parts of my life that I did like, and there was a few that I didn't. And if I had have had a little bit more clarity back then and said to myself, okay, let's get clear. What do I like? What don't I like? What do I need to change? And let's focus on that. Things would have been more streamlined, and I could have made changes within 6 months. And I'm doing that now. And so many things have changed for me over the last year, because I've set myself that goal and that time, I guess, to and the clarity to say, right, well, this is what I want changed. I'm going to take the steps on that and focus on that. And the clarity and the focus are really important. So what is it for you? What is it for you? You could really focus on this week, and have a look at in everything in your daily life. Do you like it? Do you not? Is this something that cannot be changed and something that you need to change your attitude on? Or is it an area of life where you could create some change? Really getting clarity on it is the key here. And even just writing down here in the comments or in your journal, what are the key areas that you would like to change? And when you really focus on, you can really hone in and focus on the one area or the one thing at a time, you just will really find that focus will create faster change for you and faster transformation in that area. When you're focused on changing your finances, your relationships, your home, your work, all in one hit, it just gets watered down and nothing ever happens except more frustration. If you can really hone it in. So what I suggest is to do some inner exploration this week, and have a look at what makes you feel uncomfortable and what you want to change, and really hone in on one area. You may end up writing down quite a few areas that want change, but hone in on one area and focus on that. Really focus everything on that for a 6-month period, and things really will change for you. Now, they can also change before 6 months. I know the transformational work that I do for myself and work with clients on. Sometimes the transformation will take a few weeks, sometimes it will take the 6 months, sometimes it's instant, 48 hours for one of my clients, right? So depends really on what the change is, how far along you are, and the focus that you put on it. My program, the Dynamic Transformation Program, is a 6-month program, and I've nominated that amount of time because to really focus in on that big area of life that you want changed often takes that long, depending on the resistance that you're bringing up. But if there's no resistance to some of the change, then over a 6-month period you may be able to change 2 or 3 areas of life. But for this week, I really want you to get some clarity. Even if it's one area of life, in 6 months' time, if that area of life changed for you, what would it be? What would it look like if it was different? And how would you feel? How would you feel? Because the other thing about change is that for change to happen in any area of your life, you need to be a different person. So the change actually is coming from you, not from the external. And when you can really be clear on the change that you actually want in the external, then you kind of work backwards and say, well, who do I need to be to create that change? And the clarity is really important here. And then the next steps always show themselves. And that focus, if you can really say to yourself, right, it's possible for me to change this area of my life. I'm going to believe that. I'm going to give myself a time frame of 6 months. Write down the date in 6 months' time from when you're watching this. And then take the steps every day, every week, every month to take you in that direction to that goal of who and where you want to be in life and that area that you want changed. And just focus on that. There may be some other distractions, like so you might be working on your finances for the next 6 months. And in that 6 month, there may be other, like, oh gosh, I need to really make changes here and I need to make changes there. If you can really stay laser focused just on finances for 6 months and do what you need to do, the action steps there, then you can really make that change with that focused effort and then move on to the next, right? Even if you changed one area of your life each year, could you imagine in 5 years' time? You wouldn't even be able to imagine your life, how it looked. So this is so possible for you. Make this week the week that you gain clarity on what you'd like to have differently in your life, on how you'd like to be feeling different, and what changes would need to happen in your life for you to be feeling the way that you want to feel. Make this the week that the clarity comes, and make this the week that you start your 6-month journey of focused attention on those changes. It truly will make a big difference in your transformation journey. All right, that's the inspirational message for this week and your task, should you wish to accept it. Of course, if you would like any help with the clarity, all the links are in the description. You can book in a free transformational call with me where we can really have a look at those areas of life you'd like to change. You can book in a reading with me, and you may even like to consider joining my 6-month program, and really, as well as focusing yourself into the new transformed life that you desire, you will also have me there to keep you accountable, to keep you focused, and to help you along the way, which really helps. You don't need to do it alone. So all the links are there. Please subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you here, and hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time a video comes up. I post 2 videos every Sunday, and I would love to have you here every week. So thank you for watching. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. Bye.